All right, raise your hand if you've ever played a sport before. Okay, keep your hands up if that sport was lacrosse. All right, so most of your hands went down, which isn't entirely surprising considering lacrosse is a relatively new sport in the South. According to Clayton in 2017, lacrosse originated with the Native Americans in the northeastern region, but only very recently has it came down to the South. So, since most of you are not familiar with lacrosse, the goal of this speech is going to be telling you the three main skills that you would need if you were going to be playing lacrosse, which is cradling, catching, and throwing. And then we'll also go over the triple threat position, which will be able to allow you to smoothly transition from one movement to the next. So hopefully after this speech, you'll get a little bit of insight onto what LaGue 2017 calls the fastest game on 2 feet. Now, just a quick disclaimer here. Unlike, say, soccer, boys and girls lacrosse are completely different. They have different rules, equipment, and everything's completely different about them. So I'm sorry, boys, but I'm only going to be going over girls lacrosse considering that's where I have 6 years of expertise. So without further ado, let's go to cradling. Now, cradling is kind of like dribbling in either soccer or basketball, and the whole reason why you do it is to keep the ball inside of your stick. So what we're going to do is your top hand on the stick is going to be about a quarter of the way down, and then the bottom hand is going to be on the bottom quarter. Now your bottom hand is going to stay pretty much by your hip, and it's going to be used as kind of a stability thing, while the top hand is going to move in a crescent shape on this side of your body. Now, one thing that's important to note is that whenever your top hand is up here, you don't want to clench your fist and make it really loose. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to cradle. What you need to do is you need to have the top hand very, very loose so the ball can go in your stick like this. So again, the bottom's really just here for stability. The top hand does the work, and it's in this nice, loose crescent moon shape. So this is how you'd be able to keep possession of the ball whenever you were running down the field. Now, you can't run down the field with the ball unless you get the ball. So now I'm going to go over how to go basic catching. So the bottom hand, once again, is going to be on the bottom fourth, and it's going to be attached to your hip. The top hand, though, is going to come kind of by your shoulders, almost like a retreat or a give. And this is because the pocket of the lacrosse stick is extremely shallow. So if you were to throw the ball and not give, the ball would come right out. So you almost want to think of it as like someone's throwing you an egg, and you're just trying your best to keep the egg inside of the stick. So you would catch it like that. Then, if you want to give the ball to a teammate, or if you want to shoot it, you would have to throw the ball. So whenever you're throwing the ball, the bottom hand is going to be at the bottom third, but it's not going to stay here like it has with cradling and catching. In fact, it's almost going to be kind of like you're pulling against something. Now, while, like simultaneously to whenever your bottom hand is pulling, your top hand is going to flick, and it's going to make a swoosh sound like this. Now, one thing to note about throwing, and this is extremely important, is that wherever the cross follows through, that's where the ball is going to go. So, if you follow through way down there, the ball is going to the ground. So whenever you cradle, throw, follow through, that's where the ball is going to end up going. Now, if you've noticed some of the 3 demonstrations I've shown so far, you'll notice that standing right here is where I start. This is called the triple threat position, and according to Gaffner in 2017, the triple threat position is ideal because it allows for the lacrosse player to cradle, catch, and throw the ball, all while standing in this same position. So let's do a quick recap. We taught you how to maintain possession by cradling, how to get possession by catching the ball, and how to give the ball to a teammate or shoot by throwing the ball. We also went over how standing in the triple threat position will allow you to better do all 3. So next time you see a pickup game of lacrosse or you're just tired of playing soccer, give the fastest game on 2 feet a try.